Good morning, students. We are discussing about confronting the marginalization. You know, it is very difficult for a person who is suppressed to fight back or to defend or to stand up without the support of anyone. So these Adivasis and Dalits were pushed to the corners. So naturally when they are trying to stand up, the persons who are already on the foot will crush them down. So they cannot survive or stand up. So if they have to survive and stand up, they need some support. So the best support they can be given to them are legal support. Means governmental support. So in India, rules and regulations are made to protect or support the Dalits when they are fighting marginalization. Because time immemorial, they were suffering. They were not treated equally with others. So now when they are fighting back or trying to get treated equally, naturally the upper class members who were enjoying the privileges by ill-treating them may not accept it. So here we are going to see a real life story in this tool. It is there from your textbook. The real life story of a person named Dalits. The consequences of that we will study in next slide for next chapter video. Today we are just going to discuss about the events or sequence of events that person has faced. Okay. Specific laws that guard against the discrimination and exploitation of marginalized communities. There are laws passed by the government against the discrimination and exploitation of marginalized communities. A real life account to understand how Dalits use the protection that laws provide. So, the laws that are provided to them, are they able to use it? We hear a lot of stories. I'm not going to bring out all those things that we are listening to it. I just give an example. This is what is going in the textbook. So, are they able to protect? There are many rules and regulations are made to support them. And the governmental agencies are bound to help them. You know the recent event in UP. The High Court has asked the officials, will you burn the dead body if it was of a rich person or of upper caste? Such a question was asked by the High Court of Allahabad. So, if this family is also equal with others, if they are equally treated, this will not happen. That is what the court has mentioned. So now let us see what is the situation. The villagers of Jakmalgur are gearing up for a big festival because annually they are having a festival, big festival. A religious festival is taking place everywhere. And local temple festival is important thing. Radhayatra, like that, many festivals we are having. So the local festival of the people, naturally all are happy of it. Once in 5 years, the local deity is honored. Means the god statue that is kept, God is honored, respected. That's it. And the priests from 20 neighboring villages come for this day event. So 20 villages, priests are coming there. So it's a grand celebration. You know, for a temple, pujari is needed, pujaris are there, they must be respected. It should be there. Now, what is the situation here? The ceremony begins with a member of the Dalit community washing the feet of the priest. This is true. So Dalit community has to wash the feet of the Dalits, otherwise Dalits are untouchable. Here to wash the leg of the priest, Dalits can touch. And they have to use that water and wash themselves and declare that they are clean. Still they are not permitted to enter into the temples. So, the ceremony begins with the member of the Dalit community washing the feet of the priest, and then they have to use that water on their body. Wash themselves with the water which they have washed the priest. Why it cannot be done by any other community? Why it can be done by others of the priest family members? These questions are raised. Everybody can do it. So why the differences? That is it. The person who is performed this task belonged to the Dathan's family. They belong, one of the persons in Dathan's family was doing this custom. Years it was going on. His grandparents, parents, everybody was doing it. Because the Dalits are forced and Dalits are told that it will be great thing that for you to do, because they are respecting the priest. So they were doing it. Though they were never allowed to enter the temple, they can wash the priest's leg, but they cannot enter into the temple. Think about the situation. Temple entry is not permitted. Why? Are they not human beings? Are they not able to pray to God? So that's a question. So, though they were never allowed to enter the temple, this ritual was viewed as a great honor. It was considered as a great honor bestowed on them on this special occasion. The family is getting high respect that we can feel. That was the teaching that is given to the Dalits. Now it was Ratnam's turn. Since father, grandfather all were doing it, now it is his duty to do that action, cleaning the feet of the Brahmins, washing it, and using that water and bathing himself. Ratnam was studying engineering. He is an engineering student. He refused to perform the ritual. He told, I will not do it. I don't want to wash the feet of the priest. So that is nothing that he told. I don't want to wash. So why it should be forced? This is not a rule rules and regulations that is written that should be followed by. It's left each individual to decide. He was forced to ask. He had no faith in this practice, and that his family members were forced to perform this ritual because they were Dalits. This was argument put forward by him. I have no faith in this, I don't want, and I don't want to do it also. This is what the boy has told. So naturally what happened? The Ratnams refused to anchor the powerful caste. Oh, why this fellow is speaking like that? Why he does like this? You know many things. In the Civic system also, school also. Powerful caste and families from his own community. So, the powerful group was not ready to accept. They were very angry hearing that, this fellow, how did he get the guts to refuse it? How did he get the guts to challenge it? Who is? A lot of questions. And then what happened? You see, the powerful caste were shocked that such a boy had the guts to refuse. So he was having the guts and challenged it. He told, I will not do it. They could not accept it. Then they believed that it was Ratnam's education. You must understand this is the thing. So the wrong things, the unwanted customs and practices are refused by a person when he gets education. So to get rid of all the wrong things in the society, it is the best thing is to have education. Provide education, get the knowledge, and have a clear cut of thinkings. And get to know what to be done. That is important. So they are blaming education. Naturally that is why in ancient period onwards this education was restricted. An educated person only can challenge. He knows what to be done. Even the wrong things are. Illiterate persons don't know what to do. How to challenge, what to do, how to do. So that's, imagine that he could start comparing himself with them. He, as per the information from the test, he don't understand that he has not questioned them. He told, I am not ready to do it. That's all. I don't accept this custom. Nothing else he has told. But now they take up this in this way. The things are turning into that way. Those from Ratnam's own caste were fearful of anchoring the powerful. Now the problem is that they themselves are afraid. The family members and those who belong to that caste were afraid because they are not strong enough to stand. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to face the situations. So they were afraid of this challenge. Naturally it is happening. It is there in the society, any society. In a country where there is a dictatorship, is there anybody is challenging the dictator? It happens. You will be afraid. So any situation like that in the life, if one gunda is fighting on the street, other fellow is challenging him, others will be afraid, frightened, what the gunda will do. Many cinemas you might have seen it. So it is natural to have fear among the members of the suffering class. Then what happened? Many work on their fields as daily wage laborers because upper caste members are having land and Dalits are naturally working in the land of the upper caste as a daily wage earners. If they are not giving them job, then they cannot have money. Survival of them becomes very difficult. So that is the reason. Now they are afraid they will not get job. They may call others for job. How will we survive? How will we leave it? All those discussions and everything is taking place in the situation. They declare that now they are in action, the upper class. They declared that a wrath of the local deity would strike them if they refused. One more thing they say, God will punish them. So, if you are not washing the hands, legs of the priest, the God will punish them. So, that is another thing, God's punishment. But Datram said, argued that given that not a single Dalit had entered the temple, why the God should be angry? You are not entered the temple, you are not seen the God, you are not talked to the God. So why God should be angry? Entered the temple, how could the deity be angry with them? This was argument, counter argument given by God has not. Because they are not permitted to enter the temple. We have studied last year Bhakti traditions and the temple entry and all those things. So, this is the situation. So, the powerful caste decided to teach Ratnam a lesson. They were very angry. They wanted to teach him a lesson. His community was ordered to ostracize him and his family. Nobody should talk to him, declare him an outcast. That was a decision of the members of the group. And everyone was told that no one should speak or do any work for them or with them. Outcast, declare him outcast. This was the decision of the community, upper class community. One night, some set his hut on fire. He was living in a hut. The hut was put on fire one night. He managed to escape with his mother. So, frictions are going on. Along with somebody put a fire on his hut, the house which he was living. Ratnam filed a case in the local police station under the Scheduled Caste and the Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act in 1989. So in 1989, a law was passed by the government of India. As per the law, if anybody troubles the Dalits family members, they can file a case. So he went to court and filed the case. Other family members were still afraid. Other Dalit families still did not come out in his support, as they were scared that similar fate might await them, and if they spoke out. They were afraid. They thought that they will be outcasted. Others will not talk to them. They will not get a job. Their children cannot move freely. So, this is the situation. Then, the case was picked up by the local media that led to many journalists visiting the village. So, this is the media is important. Media comes and we can publish the things. Media came to know about them. So, media picked up the matter. Then, Ratnam was written about as a symbol of Dalit action. So, he was declared as a hero of action. But, you see what happens. The ritual was called off. Now, the case was on. Case was heard in the court. The practice of washing the leg was called off. Nobody should be asked to wash the leg of others. If he himself wishes, it's left with. That's it. But his family was forced to move out as they continued to be ostracized. They have to get out of the village because they were not treated equally with others. Nobody was ready to, because all were afraid. Even his own caste members were not ready to talk with him. His own relatives were not ready to talk. All were afraid. Continued to be ostracized by the powerful caste in the village. This has happened. So, this is the situation. Okay. Now, for further what has happened, we will see in next video. How he responded and how the law has come into effect, what are the provisions in the law, what can be done, we will see in the next video tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.